Okay guys, so I have one of my acquaintances here and he's going to ask me some questions about Forex. He's a fellow trader that obviously is trying to make it to the WillssFX level. And, if you want to be a humble, successful trader like myself, then, people are obviously going to want to learn. So we have an acquaintance here that is going to ask me some questions and basically I'm going to answer like a little live Q&A. So rather than you guys ask me the questions from a trader to trader. So let's see how this goes.
How would a trader get their psychology to the level of yours if they wanted to reach?
The main reason why I have good psychology, so to speak, is I think just because I've spent so many hours testing. I spent so many hours back testing, spent so many hours live trading, so many hours testing strategies, entries, risk management and everything. I know which risk to reward works. I know which times of the day work. I know which pairs, which entries, which stop loss sizes. I know everything that should work like live from my previous data. So if I go into the markets, I have no reason for my psychology to be bad. I don't go in thinking, okay, I hope this trade doesn't hit stop loss, or I hope this trade doesn't retest when I'm 5 pips from my take profit. No, I don't think about that because I've been in that position so many times in testing. I could just look back at 20 screenshots where that's happened previously and kind of get a good idea of how to manage it and how to, handle the current situation. If I'm looking at a chart and, you don't know what to do, look back at previous data. Look back at what's happened previously. We can only trade based off of previous data. We can't trade on stuff that's happening in the future because that's uncertain. But we can go off of what's happened previously over the past few years, and this will build a lot of confidence. If you've seen it work for 3 years, why would you not expect it to work over the next year? You have no reason to do so. So that is why I'm not stressed about trades. I don't get FOMO. I don't get fear of entry. I just enter the trade when my plan tells me to enter, let it play out. If there's a management opportunity, obviously I will do so if the trade becomes invalid, for example, or maybe there's an NFP release. These are the only reasons why I will get out of the trade. And I feel like that's why my psychology is pretty good.
Was there ever a point in your trading journey where you felt like quitting?
Every goddamn day. When I started trading, I was obviously quite young. And my first account I flipped it from 400 to 2 grand, for example, in a week. And, when you see those sort of gains, £1,600 profit as a 16-year-old in a week, just from my phone, when I was at college, I was like, this is great. But then every single week after that account was going to zero. Every single deposit a day later was at zero. So during those times when you're learning to trade, you're putting in live money because you don't know that it's not the right thing to do. You don't realize that, okay, maybe if I spend time back testing or even testing my trading on a demo, for example, that I could save hundreds, if not thousands of pounds from the learning process. It's like if you're at business school, for example, or you're studying it for a degree, they're not going to say, put a few grand into a business and just see if it works. That's not going to happen. Whereas in trading, you need to learn before you put your capital towards the markets. So during those times, I obviously wanted to quit. And let's say you have a big loss, you're going to want to quit. And just along the way, some people take months to learn to trade. Some people take years. If you go at something every single day for 2 years and you don't see any progress, you don't make any money, your brain obviously tells you that it's not the right thing to do. Especially when you're seeing so many people around you or online making money, you think you're doing something wrong. You think it's just not for you. You're not cut out to do so. And this is obviously the time when I wanted to quit, when I was seeing all the social media people making profit and I was just sat there in my bedroom losing money.
What would you do if you're in a job right now and you got into Forex, maybe say you've been doing it for a year and a half, something like that. You kind of had a strategy. Would you quit your job right now and fully send trading? Or would you stay in your job, stay working, even though it might be holding you back from becoming more successful in trading? What would you do?
I feel like if you're in a situation where you feel like your job or your life is holding you back from trading, you just need to save up. You save up 6 to 12 months, ideally 12 months, because that can cover for any unexpected expenses. Let's say the car breaks down, the fridge breaks, you need to replace things. You can cover that with 12 months rent, ideally. And then it gives you 12 months to actually see if trading is for you. If it's the thing that's holding you back, you'll soon see if that is the case. Within 6 months, if you haven't even made any money, the thing that's holding you back clearly wasn't holding you back. So if you're looking to go all in, you need to have, financial backing behind you. Obviously, the more money you have saved, the better, because it will relieve pressure from your trading because you don't have to make money. But also I feel like maybe get a part-time job or some other source of income that covers all your expenses. So let's say your total expenses are 1,500 per month and your job is paying you $3,000 per month, for example. You could then get a part-time job that pays you 1,500, $2,000. And then you could obviously use that extra time that you're not using for your part-time job to then focus on trading. And I feel like if your trading isn't making at least double what your normal salary is making, then you definitely shouldn't quit, because obviously trading has a lot of uncertainty. You can have a couple of months where you don't make any money. So if you're on the edge of just covering your salary, definitely don't quit. Definitely do not quit, because that security that your job is actually giving you is allowing you to trade with like no pressure to make profit. So if that security is all gone, are you still going to be able to trade the same? Because you have to make profit. You have to make money to cover your expenses. If you want to eat, you have to win the trade. Is that going to be the same if that is the only thing you're actually doing?
Where do you see you and your trading in 5 years?
God, I don't know if I'll even make it that long, to be honest.
Dead. Dead.
Just on a beach somewhere. Yeah.
Trading on my phone on the beach.
No, but in all seriousness, I personally just use trading to fund other businesses. And, I want to use trading to fund, property businesses, consider boring businesses, because these are the ones that make money long term. It's like Amazon, for example. No one would think, oh, I'd love to run a bookstore. No one thinks, oh, it's going to be such an exciting career. No, but obviously boring businesses make the most money. Trading is obviously quite exciting, and it does, get the adrenaline pumping around the body. But would I want to do it for another 10, 15, 20 years? Probably not. But in 5 years, I'll probably obviously still be trading Forex, trying to make as much money as possible. Hopefully, prop firms are still around, so we can just rinse more prop firms. But yeah, just grow the personal account. The compound effect is unbelievable. Keep investing into index funds, stocks, and everything like this. That is obviously good for the long term. And I feel like in 5 years, I'll be in a very, very good place in my trading. Because obviously, imagine I've only been trading for 5 years. Imagine another 5 years, the level that I could actually be at that point, especially with managing larger capital, maybe even some extra cool businesses. But yeah, obviously, I don't want to just plateau and just be the same, just film a YouTube video, take the same trades. Like, I want to, take it to the next level. But you obviously need to know what the next level is for you. So if you want to ask me some questions for a further Q&A, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.